ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Zemo Walk and Talk. Happy to have you, happy you're here, happy you're joining us on today's adventure. Almost ran into Zemo there, sorry Zemo. Oh man, what a day. We woke up early today, got some videos done, posted another Zemo Walk and Talk today. Got some short forms out, doing 5 batches at a time. I think my record right now is 20 minutes, 5 and 20 minutes. Isn't too shabby. I found, this is an interesting thing about efficiency and productivity, is the more you do it, the better you get at it. And a simple case in point. I edit short form content for everything I do. So Zemo Walk and Talk, and Travel Pod. Wow, that's super bright. And let's actually bring this down real quick. And I typically will. This is gonna sound super nerdy, but crop everything so that it's in 9:16, so it's more attractive for, of course, that's juicy TikTok, Instagram Reel, Facebook Reel format, right? Now, what I was doing was doing every single individual shot, so it'd be myself, right, which is fine for like Zemo Walk and Talks. But when it came to like the travel pod, since there's a co-host and guests, it would be 2 people, so I would do back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the funny thing is, we're sitting down, so I didn't necessarily need to do that every single time. And the simple adjustment, the simple shortcut hack, when I would position myself, say we have position A and position B, that is myself and then my co-host or my guest, we're in 2 different positions. I was cropping for position A and then going to crop position B, doing that for every single shot. This is a 15 to 30 second shot, maybe 10 to 30 different cuts in between. So that's 10 to 15, 10 to 20, whatever I said, different times. Woo, hello. That I would switch over every single shot, and I have to edit every single shot, which is fine because I love editing. It's fine. It's what I do, and it's what I love, and it's something I enjoy. Well, if it's the same angle, if it's the same positioning, all I had to do was copy and paste that crop for every single shot for A and then every single shot for B. Why that took me 6 months to figure out, I don't know, but here I am regardless. I realized that I could have been doing that this whole time, and I was spending nearly 20 to 30 minutes on a clip just because I was having to go to the next clip, crop, go to the next clip, crop, go to the next clip, crop. When I could have just like copied that crop setting, and then for every single one that was position A, myself, I would do boom, copy and paste, and then do the position B crop, and then copy and paste that to every single position B clip. And I was like, oh my God, why haven't I been doing this? Why have I not been doing this whole time? But, you know, you live and you learn. That's just how that's just how it goes, which I forgot to mention. Hope you're crushing the game. But it was such a funny realization to me when I was going through these edits recently, and I was like, yeah, I could have just been streamlining more content. I could have been pumping out at least double in the same amount of time, because 5 reels, 5 clips for 20 minutes isn't too bad. I think I was going around the 30 to 45 minute range with 5 clips, just because I had to adjust each individual clip. And of course I'll do some zoom ins and some punch-ins for some clips, but overall it's been streamlining my workflow tenfold. So it brings me to a good point, a good lesson for all of us when it comes to whatever we're making, whatever we're doing. We're never going to be good at it or great at it at first. Nothing we make or do is always going to be beautiful, sexy, creations. And you think about the amount of time and effort that, let's just say, scientists go through when they're going through different experiments, projects. They go through various amounts of test subjects until they find their thing, right? I'm sure when I think just think about cars. Like, how many cars exploded before we found a car that didn't explode? You know what I'm saying? It's in itself. It's explosions. We drive exploding vehicles every single day of our lives. They're contained, but they still explode multiple times as we're driving them. Hundreds of thousands of times, and it's ridiculous. And they contain it, and they found ways to do that. It makes you wonder how long it took to get to that point. But back to my point. When you're creating things, when you're creating in general, your first one is never going to be great. Your first one's gonna suck, and that goes for everything. That goes for anything that you're doing, whether it's e-commerce, whether you're writing a book, you're publishing a vlog, a blog, whatever you're doing, it's never going to amount to what you expect it to be, and that's okay. It's part of life. It's part of this journey. It's part of the game that you're just gonna suck at some things, and as terrible as that sounds, it's just the truth, simply. And what you need to understand is you need to just mass create more as a creative. That's just what you need to do, is do it more. That way you have more experience under your belt. And like I said, your first isn't going to be great, second isn't going to be any greater, but you can improve, let's just say, one thing. Improve one thing about it. See what one thing you can improve about your drawings. Do you think you could shade better? Do you think you could color better? Do you think you could shadow better? Like, those little things, like, you can just improve the one thing at a time for each other project you're working on. And then eventually, maybe down the road, you might actually be good. So that's what I recommend, is we spend so much time working on things, trying to figure things out. Nothing ever seems to work the way we want it to, but just keep doing it. Keep trying, keep failing, keep doing the things that make you uncomfortable. Keep striving for all those things that you set out to do, because you're on this journey. You set out for this. And you have nowhere else to be than right here, crushing the game, putting in the work, and doing the best that you can to just do your best. And that's all I really want everyone to do at the end of the day, is to figure out what that means for themselves and just keep going. Keep making mistakes. Keep doing the things that are going to eventually, whether you see it or not, they are going to help you in the long run. I was just listening back to episode 17 of a travel pod what I did with one of my very good friends, Josh Rodriguez, and we were talking about art. And I told him that when I was in middle school, I actually practiced my handwriting because I was super self-conscious about my penmanship, since I had great what do you call that? I had people in my family that had great penmanship, and it intimidated me to a point where I was like, well, I don't want crappy handwriting. I want like really cool handwriting and style for myself. So I set out to actually practice my handwriting. While I was in middle school, I would literally rewrite my name hundreds of thousands of times. I would continue to just try different techniques. I would go on Instagram, I'd go on Google and just search up like graffiti art and calligraphy, all these different things, and I found my style eventually. But it was to a point where I practiced so much on my handwriting that I felt like there was something still missing. There was something that I could do better, or something I didn't really like, and so I would do it again, and I would do it again, and I would do it again, and eventually I got to a point where I actually liked my handwriting. Morning. Come on. And it got to a point too when me and Josh would hang out, we would write each other's names in the fanciest way possible. And it was just something, you know, just a little fun game that we would do. But he even told me, he's like, you're a great artist too. I was like, I don't really consider myself an artist just because that's not my thing. That's not really like who I am or what I do. But he's like, no, you're really good. I go, thank you. I practiced a lot. And then, you know, those little moments, that's when it becomes worth it, is when people start to notice what you're doing and they appreciate what you're doing and they notice what you're doing. And that's, you know, more than anyone can ask for, is when someone can recognize the work that you've put in all this time throughout the years. Whether you know it or not, people are watching, and you want to make sure that people do eventually watch or see what you got going. So that's kind of the claim for today. When it comes to it, just grind it out. Keep doing it. Keep doing the trade, the creative, the whatever you're doing. Just make a bunch of it. Just keep making a bunch of it and keep going, and don't stop. Don't stop doing it. Come on. And then if you still suck at it, just figure out the one thing that you can do better. Something to enhance it, something to make it more efficient, some way to make it more sexy, some way to make it more better. Just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually you might be good at it, you might be decent at it. That's the claim for today. Oh man, that was a banger right there. I really enjoyed talking about that. Hope you enjoyed today's Zemo Walk and Talk. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified when we post a new Zemo Walk and Talk and or travel pod. We got the journey going on. We got episode 1 out already. So stoked that you're joining us on that journey. Zemo, we actually need we can get the other poop out. We also started a Patreon, so click that link in the Patreon if you want access to exclusive content, bonus features as we're calling it, just like back in the day when we had DVDs. We don't have them anymore, but I still consider them bonus features. You can see behind the scenes content. I'm writing a book right now about podcasting, and if you want to see my process there and the drafts that I'm going through, I'd love for you to follow the journey. It's only $5, you know, just a cup of coffee, and you get exclusive Zemo Walk and Talks as well, and you just see everything going on behind the scenes. So if you're interested in that and supporting the channel, that would be much appreciated. We'd love to see it. A little that you can do, it's only possible because of viewers like you, so thank you. In any case, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go ahead and share this with someone who also might find value with the positivity that we bring on the Zemo Walk and Talk, because we just love to bring people in. We got to dial everybody in, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're struggling, if you're trying to enhance your business or start a business even. I want to get everybody dialed in. So in any case, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, stay charged, and we'll see you next time on the Zemo Walk and Talk. Peace.